Hey, what's up, everyone? Today, I'm going to be talking to you about how to improve your personal brand on Zoom. And I've done a number of talks about online video and why it's so important. Ultimately, in a nutshell, I believe that in 2020, great video is your version of a great suit, right? You used to dress up to go to an interview. You used to dress up to impress, to do a great presentation. Right now, a good video is that version, because you could have the best suit, you could have an Armani suit, but if your videos aren't getting across, then you aren't making the right impression. And so I want to share with you this article. This article is from Forbes magazine, and it's called "How to Improve Your Personal Brand on Zoom." Now, why Zoom? Ultimately, Zoom is undeniably the one company that has grown dramatically since lockdown began, since the whole pandemic began, because they have, like, more and more people have begun to use Zoom and to interact globally, in order to have meetings, in order to interact with other family, friends, loved ones, as well as business-wise. It's ultimately the go-to tool. And if you haven't used Zoom, you probably will very, very soon. So I want to talk very briefly about the points that they talk about in this article. So number one is showing up 5 minutes early. Now, why do they talk about showing up 5 minutes early in any Zoom call? It's like if you're a pilot, right? You go to the plane and you do a couple of checks to make sure that everything's working before you invite passengers on, before you start to, etc. And Zoom is the same. It's like, there are technical things that could could pop up at the last minute. You want to show up 5 minutes early to do your technical checks. Make sure your camera works, make sure your microphone works, etc., so that you can make a great impression in the video. The last and most annoying thing that you could do is show up to a meeting and, well, I mean, it happens so much these days, but can you guys hear me? Hello. And like, before the meeting starts, all of it is just sort of technical issues. What I'd recommend is don't be the person that brings technical issues to the meeting. Show up 5 minutes early, make sure that your camera works, your microphone works, and that you are able to do all the checks that are necessary. So that's number one. Show up 5 minutes early. Then number two is frame yourself. So what do I mean by frame yourself? Ultimately, you don't want to have a conversation where you're on Zoom and, for example, if you're looking at my camera right now, you don't want me to be, how do I put this? Like, where you just see the top of my head and I'm talking to you like this. A framed shot, I'll just bring down a framed shot is where you're about 1/3 of the screen. So that's a framed shot, and you want to be doing one third of the screen. So that makes you look good. You want to look good. Remember, your video is your suit in 2020. Your video is your version of a suit. So, and then number three, comfort equals confidence. What do I mean by that? Well, ultimately, if you're comfortable in the meeting, like if you look comfortable, then you are going to come across as much more as sounding a lot more confident. So, for example, when I talk to speakers and I train speakers on how to come across more confidently, I talk to them about how to use their body posture, etc., when they speak. But in a video world, how do you come across confidently? If you're using your phone and you're like this, and you're like, what, you're struggling, then you don't look as confident. However, if you, for example, I invested in a very comfortable chair so that whenever I do my videos, but also when I work at my computer, I feel very comfortable, and that communicates confidence. So your comfort equals your confidence when it comes to the video world. So just make sure that you're comfortable when you're doing Zoom calls, where you want to be looking comfortable in order to look more confident. So that's number 3. And then number 4, let them see your eyes. So this is what I mean by that. And look, I'm guilty of this, but I'm also very I'm also very aware of it, and so I do this very frequently. I will it's very natural to want to look at your screen. So for example, right now I'm looking at my screen, but I can also look at the camera. And when I look at the camera, this is my version of eye contact. This is establishing eye contact. Also, if you've got a phone and you're talking via your phone, just know that this is not your camera. This is your camera. So if you want to establish eye contact, start looking at the camera versus looking at the screen. And you will, when you establish eye contact, you make a bigger connection. So that's so those are the 4 tips. I've put a link to the article in case you want to read the article. I've put a link to the article in the description of this video. I hope you found this video very useful. It is ultimately a very, very powerful skill, and that you'll need to use especially in today's day and age, where so many of us are having video meetings, and the world is in a way becoming a bit smaller. Like, you can start to work with people in so many different countries. Just get your video right, and you can connect to so many more people. So I want to thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you on another video very, very soon. Hi, Asma. Great to see you, Asma. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I will catch you guys on another video very soon. Take care and God bless. Bye.